NFS, NFS. We the best, we the best. NFS, we get those foes rocking right out of your chest like this.
Da, da, da. Da, da. Okay, I'm stopping that shit.
Please do.
You don't like the fucking classics? Fuck you, nigga. You ain't shit. Yo, what up?
Not if it sounds stuttered.
Anyways, it's your boy Randy Bell.
Yo, it's your boy A-squar3d.
And this is another NFS podcast where we finally figured some of our shit out, but not all of it.
Yeah.
So a lot of stuff happened in the last week. A lot of stuff.
Pray tell.
So I'm just going to talk about my day.
Go on.
Went to work.
Oh,
had some cereal like a single young boy.
ooh, metaphorical.
Not even metaphorical, nigga. That shit is sad.
Now, is it foreshadowing something?
No, not at all. Just that my ass is single, and that's pretty much what it is. But yo, dope ass song released by brunomars and Anderson .Paak. And I mean, is there anybody surprised that it is dope as shit?
No, they shouldn't be. I don't know what rock you're living under if you don't think that was a fucking sick track.
Yeah, I don't feel like there's much to say. It's just dope. I'm excited to see the album. I feel like this year is going to be a crazy year for albums because it seems like all the A-listers are coming out this year, and they're just like, yo, we're just
coming out of the pandemic bubble and just saying, yo, this is the shit we caught on with for a year.
I mean, they gave the smaller like B-list and like lower end artists last year, which was a great thing because great music came out. But this year it's just been like, yo, like Jasmine Sullivan dropped her hotels and that shit was fire. Now you got Bruno Mars and Anderson .Paak dropping one of their singles, plus the intro for anybody who didn't. I don't know. There's people who didn't hear, but there's the intro where it had a little bit of singing and then a speaking piece by Bootsy Collins. So classic. One of the people who ran the older generation. But yeah, shit is crazy. And of course we have Drake. He dropped a little 3P for us. I won't lie, I listened to it. Actually had some dope lines on it.
Yeah, that actually had some decent bars on it. So yeah, no,
wow,
I liked it.
Decent. Nah, there was actually hot bars on it.
Yeah.
I'm not going to act like I'm the biggest Drake fan. I do actually appreciate his music. I do like some of his singles. I've never been crazy, as I'll say, like the stands for him, but I can appreciate and I can accept when there's always good music. And he actually has some good stuff on there. I'm not going to say every song was my favorite, but I did like some songs. Yes.
Okay,
so
that's
next
going to be dropping out soon. Like, is it not? Like they claimed that it was going to be dropping next month.
The 3P is out. I don't know when the actual album.
Oh yeah, the actual album. Yeah, that's what I was.
No idea when it's coming out. But I mean, just to know that Certified Lover Boy is coming out. We have Anderson .Paak and Bruno Mars' album coming out. We have potentially Kendrick Lamar's album coming out. SZA's album coming out. J. Cole's album coming out. I mean,
dude,
I'm excited for shit.
So am I.
I mean,
the fan of music, man. I can't fucking wait for these new drops to come out, man.
Plus, we're all excited for Randy to drop a project because that might be in the works and some shit. You know what I'm saying?
What? Is he actually dropping a Hot Topic?
I don't. Hey, I'm just saying. I heard through through
the grapevine, eh?
Exactly. I forgot what the fuck it was called.
You're welcome.
I heard through the loose leaves. Randy's falling off. Like, nah. Yeah, no, there's some shit. I am working on some stuff. I actually am trying to put out a lot of stuff this year. Last year there was way too much that happened just in life for me that I could not focus on music. I had to take a break. But this year, no, I'm trying to come back. I'm not even gonna act like, and I got some steady competition. Like, nigga, I'm not even in the same race, not even in the same continent as those guys. So yeah, after you're done listening to all those guys on like a 60 time repeat, take a break from them and come check me out. You know what I'm saying? I also do have the single out, Red Rover, just to put that out there.
Self plug.
All day, every fucking day, baby. I need plays.
You know it.
I got bills to pay. Anyways,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So,
No, man. No. So, what else is on the grapevine, as you would like to remember?
J. Cole allegedly waited in the studio for NBA Youngboy for over 8 hours. And NBA Youngboy was a no-show.
Oof. Goddamn.
I haven't listened to NBA Youngboy's music, so I'm not going to say anything negative.
Mm-hmm.
Because hell, I don't know nothing. He could be one of the greatest rappers for all I know.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But I mean, right now, Cole is one of the titans of the 2010s, and
of course,
it does look away.
And for you,
it does look away.
It does look some type of way.
I don't know what was happening, but I mean, I hope all is well on NBA Youngboy's side, because hey, you never know. I'm like, we all go through a lot of shit. Life gets in the way a lot of times. But
facts.
That is Cole. That is Cole.
You make him wait for 8 hours and be a no-show? Sad Tinder date? Like shit.
I just want to make sure that people don't think because I hear 8 hours and I know everyone's just thinking, wow, that's sad. He probably was just sitting there waiting. Like, he was most likely, if he's staying in the studio for 8 hours, he's doing a lot of work. And just like, if NBA Youngboy comes through, then yeah, we can do the record that we were supposed to. You know,
sort of like us, like sort of like us, like whenever I'm calling you and then we're starting this podcast, it's not like I'm just waiting around doing jack shit. I'm preparing for the shit too. So,
cap,
yeah,
all cap.
What? Wow, this motherfucker.
Gonna put that out there. Cap, all caps, baby, all caps. He is full of it. Cap.
And congratulations, you just lost the best friend. Cool.
I got other ones.
Damn it.
Nigga, you think leaving me is the worst thing in the world? Shit, I do not have abandonment issues.
The next day.
Motherfuckers could move out right now. I'ma still be good. Yeah. Yeah, nigga, you the bitch ass will crawl back. Anyways.
Wow.
So, we had said that we were gonna watch onto our anime nerd shit. We said we were going to be watching Fullmetal, the movie, because we've already watched the show, loved it.
Yeah.
We decided to torture ourselves and watch the movie.
Vaguely reminded by my girl right after I finished. She's like, "You realize that we watched this already?" I don't remember.
Oh, you said you had fell asleep during it, didn't you?
Yeah, and she explicitly reminded me too. Like, on top of falling asleep, I also had I was also on my phone too. It was that interesting. So I decided to pay full attention to it again. And for me personally, I don't think my opinion has changed about it.
So what is your opinion?
Dude, it was a whack ass movie. If you're a fan of Full Metal and you expected like something like straight out of like just the Brotherhood series, because I personally think that's the better of the series, yeah, you're gonna be sorely disappointed with that live action, because all it is essentially it's like a Cole's notes of what the entire universe of Full Metal was.
I'll agree on that last part. It is Cold Notes of the Brotherhood series. Is it the worst? No. I disagree.
Yeah. No, I didn't say it was worse. Did I? No.
Yes, you did. You said it's a piece of crap. It was the wackest piece of crap. What are you doing? How are you trying to backtrack now, nigga?
Whoa, okay. Yeah.
I'll say, if you actually want to learn about or actually are interested in Full Metal, I would just recommend watching the show. Because watching the movie, it's very much just Cold Notes, and
Cole's Notes.
It essentially ruins it'll ruin the actual watching experience, because there's so much that they have to cut out, because again, it's 2 hours long, but they have to cut it down a whole for a moment I thought that they were trying to compact like the whole freaking series.
Yeah.
I don't know if they were doing Brotherhood. It felt like they were doing the first version.
I thought so too, but then as it progresses, like it revolved more around like the actual storyline of Brotherhood with Hughes and all that. That storyline.
It mixed. It mixed around because for anybody, it's been hell of any fucking year, so I don't really care. Spoilers for anybody who I guess who hasn't watched it, but who cares? Like when we get on Attack on Titan, then I'll be like, all right, I'll give you guys time. It's been how many goddamn years since Full Metal's been out? But yeah, watching the movie, story wise, yeah, they just kind of messed things up.
It's like there was some like linearity to the story, but at the same time, like if you're gonna base the entire folklore of the Full Metal universe within that movie, you are gonna be dead wrong because there's so much like intricacies and so much like.
Well, they didn't even show like all of the big bad guys or a lot. Like they didn't show a lot of stuff, and again, I feel because of the time constraint. But yeah, they changed so much stuff in order to make it into this movie, which makes me feel like it kind of like the funny thing about this is it followed like we're just going to talk about story for now. Is it kind of follows how Full Metal's been going. Like at the end of the day, I don't feel you can watch the movie without watching the shows, and you can't watch Brotherhood without watching the original version. Because if you watch the original version, you don't have to even watch the whole thing of the original version. You could just watch up to a certain point. I can't remember what point, but you could watch up to a certain point in the original version, and then go into Brotherhood, and you'll understand a lot. Because Brotherhood just kind of jumps in and says, you've already watched the first one, so you should know all the characters, essentially. This movie did the same thing.
Okay.
Because
I can agree with you on that point, yeah.
They all jump ahead. And this one jumped ahead all the way to the church and the preacher. And it was kind of like they took that story and made a thing about it. And then, they cut out so much stuff.
I know.
Like, fuck, now I can't even remember all the characters' names.
Tucker and the Chimera thing, yeah.
No, I don't even care about that. There was part. Because again, I'm like, I'll say that was probably one of my favorite shows. So it's like, let me see.
Yeah, and it ended up being one of mine too. After Lotus introduced me to it, I was like, oh shit, this is actually pretty good.
Oh yeah, they didn't even bring Bradley in this.
No, they didn't.
So wait, who's the old guy? Hughes. Who's Hughes again?
Hughes was his best friend.
No.
The one that got assassinated.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That was like because it was a movie and because they had to rush through things. It didn't mean as much when he got his revenge.
No, it didn't.
because it was kind of like Hughes. It was kind of like they ran into everybody ran into scene. It's like you're arrested because Hughes is dead, and like, and the actor was just kind of like, oh, fire,
I guess
fire. It was like
burn.
Like there was no
snap.
So that's what I'm saying. I'm like, they did no explanation, like how.
There was no character development for Mustang because, like, it felt like it was just him.
There was barely any
character.
There was barely any character development for any character, because Mustang.
No, not even like Edward.
They didn't explain Mustang is actually like a fucking marksman and like crazily dope with his aim with the fire. Like during that moment when he's actually going up against Envy, it's supposed to be like this, like oh shit, yeah. He
like
is
the pure,
fucking
like pure wrath of it.
He goes off, but they didn't do that because, of course, the time constraint. But I feel like they could have made that something where actually made it. But again, they killed it because Tucker was the friend, right? No, Tucker's not the friend.
No, Tucker's not the friend.
Hughes.
Tucker was the Chimera guy.
Yeah, sorry, Hughes. Yeah. Hughes, like that whole scene, like his death for me, that was probably the point when I'm like, I won't lie. During the point when they were burying Hughes in the show in Brotherhood,
that
shit got me More
Yeah,
so
that shit got me too.
because of the daughter, which they did not friggin' have for whatever reason.
No,
I feel
they
like
acknowledged that his wife was pregnant at the time he was dead, but like it was just the timeline of it was just way off.
yeah. Like, what? You say?
They acknowledged that she was pregnant when he died.
Yeah, so it was just
In
kind of
this
like it
movie.
wasn't the same because like that scene where Hughes' daughter and watches them like start burying him, and he's like, "No, what are you?" And she's like, "No, what are you doing? He can't, like, you can't bury him. You can't get out and shit." That shit hit me.
Man.
That shit hit me hard, and I was like, "Joe, oh God, no, baby, no,
No.
take her away." It was
She's too young to experience real life.
that shit got me. Did I cry?
I feel that.
Did I cry? I was close. I won't lie. But
Come on.
but luckily that
You're
scene,
all on open ears.
luckily that scene changed. So fuck. Cause you sit there like fuck, yo, let's go. Let's go.
No, we're gonna play this out for 10 more seconds, son of a bitch. No.
Yeah. Because even the Nina scene, even when Nina was turned into a chimera, it was kind of like, like they forced a lot of stuff.
In this movie?
In the movie, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
In the movie,
no, it wasn't as impactful.
They forced everything, and I'm like, if they had made it a live action series, I'd watch it.
Yes.
Because now off the story, because I'm like the story was just a fucking mixed bag of bullshit essentially. Off the story, the costumes, fucking amazing.
Right?
Like that's what. See, the funny thing is that is what we expected from most of the cartoons here in North America that went into live action. We expected that to happen. We expected them
some
to
over
look
emotional
like the
crying
character.
protagonist.
certain characters, I'm fine with them changing them a bit. Fine with them changing the clothes a bit because it's cool. But like certain people, like Alphonse's whole metal costume, all I can imagine is America doing like some stupid regular night bullshit that looks fucking whack as hell.
No, that wouldn't be the iconic like Alphonse shit. Right?
Yeah, no, everyone would be mad about it, but I would expect I'd expect the Hollywood to do that shit.
Well, of course,
because that's what they always fuck up everything. The costume,
well, I don't know.
The costume design was beautiful. The graphics on this fucking movie were top notch. Like they were amazing.
Right?
Those were the things that I loved about this movie was like they kept a lot of accuracy. They kept a lot of accuracy, or like pretty much all the accuracy with that. I didn't really care for Envy's look. He kind of looks really stupid.
Very stupid.
They could have changed that a bit.
He literally went verbatim with whatever he was in the thing. But even then, like he looked better in Brotherhood than he did here.
I mean, yeah. Like Lust was fine.
Lust was fine.
Gluttony.
I actually liked the design for Gluttony.
I feel they could have changed it up a little bit. Like it was good.
No, because it embodied personally it embodied who he was, right? Because he was just basically a mindless zombie that's just attacking people.
I get that, but I just mean for him, I don't feel like for him and Envy, I don't feel like they needed to. Again, you don't need to follow everything to a T. Certain things you can change up. If it looks cooler, everyone's with it. It's just when you do some shit like with the first X-Men, live action movie where it's like everyone does leather and it's like, oh
Jesus Christ, I remember that.
Because everyone was disappointed, and Fox is the one where they had them make that joke like, what did you expect us to be in, like yellow spandex or some shit? And it's the sad thing that everybody everybody who was watching this shit was like, yes we did. we very much expected that shit, and we would have loved that shit a lot more. But yeah, the costume design was fucking amazing.
Overall.
Graphics fucking amazing. Like it did not look half-assed at all.
I mean, did not disappoint. Like in that aspect, yes, but like overall, like I guess like
that's why I can't say it's whack as fuck, because I'm like looking at the action perspective of it and looking at a lot of different things on it. It was dope. The storyline, I'm not gonna say was trash. It was just you're compacting
really compressed.
you're compacting a whole series of like how many freaking episodes into 2 hours. It's not really gonna work well.
No.
I would have loved if they just took either an aspect or just made like their own different little side story. It doesn't even need to be canon to the series, and that would have been dope.
I don't know. Like, I don't know if you saw this like while watching it again, but like for me, I thought that there were hints at like, hey, maybe we might actually make a second Full Metal, right? But then like
Nah.
but then like as you progress further, like they've closed off certain aspects. Of like, oh fuck, like they could have had something with this or like whatever. But I guess in a way, like the way the way Japanese do their live action might have been just a different philosophy than like what the North Americans do for live actions, right? Where they don't think it's going to be a thing that they can like
Franchise?
what's that? Yeah, franchise. There we go.
It never looked like it was gonna have a part 2. The only reason in my mind I was like, is there gonna be a part 2? It was more just like
Just because, like, yeah,
curiosity,
I guess the bias
but
is that like you wanted the story verbatim, right? Or like almost close to it.
But that's why I said, like, there's no point to having a part 2. Just watch the fucking movie. Just watch the fucking show. Like, what's the point? Because they're going so much. To me, this felt like a fan project.
Yeah, like a fan appreciation project, right?
Yeah, because again, they followed everything to the T. Like, dudes had the blonde hair, the braid for Edward. Again, Alphonse's armor was down to like the points. Fucking
the
Mustang,
minutiae details, man.
Like Mustang and just the army and everything had all that stuff. So yeah, no, I wouldn't care for a second one unless they were doing like a prequel. Like if they did like the Ishval War.
So yeah, the Ishval War. Yeah,
hell yeah, I'd watch that. That'd be so fucking dope. Because you get to see Mustang like in his prime, in his youth, and all the other characters.
Armstrong wasn't even introduced. Like none of us mentioned that yet.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm like. Yeah, no. Winry's grandmother wasn't introduced at all, so
I know.
We just assume like a lot of stuff got thinged over. I don't know. I guess I don't know. I don't even want to say talk on the Japanese culture, so I'm not gonna do that. I don't know if it was just the movie or like the creators of the movie who didn't want to show any things bad happening to the children. Because I was kind of just I was waiting for the unraveling scene when he went through the door of truth.
Oh my god, yes.
I was waiting for that shit because I was like, yo, how are they gonna do this? Because so far they've done such a great job and they didn't really do it. Yeah,
I know. Man, that was like, yeah, like
when he met the God character, I was kind of like, yeah, I don't know. Because I was watching.
It was short. It was just like a short conversation with the God character, right?
Yeah.
Like it wasn't like there was no development. There was no actual definition of who he was, right?
No, there was a definition of. He said he's God. He's everything. He's like he did. He kind of did the monologue. I don't know how.
Yeah.
The thing was, I watched it. I watched half and half. So in the sense of I watched half in dub and half in sub, because I was watching at work. One of the things that I like is they actually had the original voice actor for Edward in the dub, but it seemed like that was the only. That was like the only one. Yeah.
Hey.
The audio was weird though, for the dub, so wouldn't recommend.
Okay, yeah.
I'd recommend.
No, because like I watched it in sub, right? So I figured it was.
Because I was at work, I couldn't really watch it in dub, or in sub, so yeah. I was I watched it, and then when I got home, then I'm like, let's see how it sounds sub, and I'm like, oh my god, it sounds so much better. The audio is clear. I don't know. The dub is weird. The dub has like these weird moments where it's like they forgot to add in certain sound effects and certain things, so certain things get muted out and are just not there. So I'm like, what the fuck is going on? But yeah,
timing's way off. They just got lasers. Like, yeah,
no, the timing
close enough in English.
The timing was fine. It was more so like with actual sound effects that were just kind of missing with certain punches, and I'm like, punch with his metal arm. So I don't know what's going on. Yeah, I'm kind of disappointed that they did a different voice for Alphonse for the metal version or the full metal version of him.
In the dub?
Yeah. I was like,
Yeah,
I wish they had the original actor for that.
Mm-hmm.
Because they had like
I think the actor's grown now, no? So that's why they couldn't get him again? Or his voice changed? I think it was...
I have no
I
idea.
think I read it. So.
To be honest, I have no idea. I didn't even know he was he a kid?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I didn't know. Yeah.
No, actually, fun fact, it was different from thing. That's where Lotus actually chimed in on it. The fact that the Alphons from Brotherhood or the Alphons from the original Full Metal series, they couldn't get back, so they had the iconic Brotherhood one right after.
Yeah.
Just because like the kid was all grown up and shit, right? So
yeah, couldn't mimic that voice no more. Yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna go over like there's so many characters missing because again, going through the extensive amount of characters, you need multiple movies. In which at that point, like I said, just watch the fucking show, and you can watch the.
You don't need a movie for this, man.
And for those people who are interested, you can watch it. It actually is a good dub, so you can watch it in dub version. Because I think I've only watched that show in dub.
Yeah, I've only watched that show in dub as well.
Yeah. So, yeah.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah. I think I wasn't as disappointed as I thought I was going to be.
You want to learn?
Whoops.
No.
I thought I was going to be extremely disappointed, and I think that would have been more of a Death Note thing. So
yeah, because
gonna watch Death Note for next week.
You're gonna make me sit through that again.
I mean, if you've already watched it, you already watched it. I'm gonna watch it, and we're gonna talk about it for next week.
Okay, I'm down. All I want to know is why, like, what the mentality was of getting him to, like. I guess we'll talk about it next week, but
yeah, because like I don't know what you're talking about. So yeah. Yeah, no, I don't know. I would, for the movie, not so much a recommendation. I wouldn't say I would honestly say to watch it, but watch it in the sense of looking at the costumes, graphics, and all that stuff. The action, beautiful. Story, don't bother. Like I'd say, watch the show before you watch the movie if you're gonna watch it. I don't even know what kind of rating I'd give that. It's like
I'd say a
5 out of
4
10.
5, yeah.
Yeah, so because I'm like, it's not the worst thing in the world, but it's not the best thing in the world. So yeah.
It's on Death Note that we're going to be talking about next week because I got a whole lot of fucking like list of shit to deal with that movie.
Yeah. I mean, and I love Death Note the series, so
yeah, so did I. That's the only reason why I have this beef with it, man.
But yeah, this podcast is actually getting a lot shorter, but I find compacting it a little bit better because we don't need to talk for a whole hour. I feel half an hour is good of people's time. Yeah, I hope you guys are enjoying it. Our little nerd outs of music and anime and much more as we are doing stuff. As I've dropped a video on my channel, as well as A-Square's been dropping. He's already on his 10th TikTok Tuesday video. Yeah. So there's a lot of that.
Huge milestone. No, it's been fun actually.
Yeah,
consistently dropping, getting back into the swing of things, and more stuff will be coming on this channel on top of this podcast and the TikTok Tuesday. So look out for that.
Yeah, man. I'm like this year, there's gonna be a lot of stuff happening between the both of us on our own solo routes as well as on our collaborative routes. So I hope people are watching. I hope people are paying attention. Hope you guys are enjoying your time with us. I guess we're gonna wrap this up because I feel like we've kind of flew through everything, talking very fast.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, like I like to say, I always got good advice. It ain't always right. Follow your instincts. Until next time, my name is Randy Bell.
I'm always going to be A-squared.
And this was an NFS Podcast. Peace. Easy.
Peace.